Welcome to the 19th episode of Master Mike's Wrestling Paradise. I'm your host, Master Mike Ambrose, and I'm going to start the news today with a little bit of news regarding the Red Sox. They're not in the playoffs anymore. They lost last night to the Houston Astros 5-0, 4-2. Overall, the Red Sox had a good year, even though they didn't finish as I thought they would. But I don't think anybody predicted them to even make the playoffs this year, or very few did. We could always go back to the trade deadline move that they should have made, and maybe they would be in the World Series right now. But overall, it was a great year. Chaim Bloom looks like he's building something for the future. Let's hope. I know people call them nerds and stuff, but he seems to be on the right track here. See what happens. We got guys like Kiki Hernandez, who had a great series. Christian Vasquez gets some good pitches. Jake Peretta, and so we'll see what happens. Other than lose, the Celtics lost last night, so they start the season 0-2. This season looks like it's not going to be much of a season for the Celtics, and so see what they're not doing so well. The Bruins are the only team in town that won last night. They beat the Buffalo Sabres, but the problem is I couldn't even watch the game. The only way it was on ESPN Plus and Hulu because of the agreement that they have with NHL has with ESPN and TNT that they get to cover games on ESPN Plus, but it wasn't even local leagues. Like they didn't have it on Boston TV or even Buffalo TV. You had to have the ESPN Plus app, streaming service streaming service or app on the computer to actually watch the game. So you were SOL could not watch that game at all, which didn't make sense. I would have put it on the local channel NESN or even NESN Plus. I know the baseball game was on at the same time, but basically it wasn't on NESN. They could have put on NESN. Well, they could just put on ESPN2 or like ESPN News, one of their other feeds. Totally made no sense. I watched Smackdown last night. I thought the first half hour stuff between Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar was tremendous. That was a great flow of 30 minutes. And it may not have been a match, but we got two guys of star power like those two, Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. You're going to get something special. I thought it was a pretty, obviously it came off the Crown Jewel, which was the night before, so there wasn't a lot of wrestling because talent could have, were kind of banged, well, not banged, they were just tired from jet lag travel, so they kind of made the most of it. But that first half hour was great. I thought it was tremendous. The end of the show, it really didn't do too much, But overall, it was the first half hour, and there was some good matches in between. It was pretty good. Sorry. Drinking Schweppes ginger ale. Best ginger ale in the world. That's the only drink I drink is the ginger ale anyway, so, I don't really care about the other sodas. We got AEW tonight. We got AEW Saturday Night Dynamite. It was Rampage last night. Had a great match between Pac and Andrade and El Idolo. Pac won. It was pretty good. We got the tournaments for the AEW Men's World Championship. Last night we had Orange Cassidy beat Powerhouse Hobbs in somewhat of an upset. Even though Orange Cassidy's is a popular guy, I thought Hobbs would have won. Tonight we got Bryan Danielson versus Dustin Rhodes and Jon Moxley against not Jon Moxley. Eddie Kingston versus Lance Archer. Jon Moxley is on Wednesday night going to fight number 10 Preston Vance of the Dark Order. So that's how that goes. I think they should have had more guys in the church. Or even made it 12 or 16 because even with the women fighting over the TNT, by the way, first this tournament is the AEW World Championship #1 Contenders Tournament because Kenny Omega and Adam Page are fighting at the pay-per-view Full Gear for the AEW World Heavyweight Championship. Excuse me. This 8-man tournament is just to show the #1 contender for a future title shot. Whether it's on TV or pay-per-view in the future, I don't know. Who knows? But the women's have 12 women already. They have more for that than this tournament. In my opinion, the talent, they kind of don't have the good quality of the matches for this men's tournament. So it doesn't look like, to me, the matchups right now don't interest me at all. I would have put Pac in there or even Malachi Black, who's on a roll. I think Malachi Black would have been a good #1 contendership. I like what he's doing right now. He fights Cody Rhodes in their third match, and I don't know what's gonna happen there. Not a big Cody Rhodes fan, to be honest. I hope Malachi Black wins, but who knows? I do like Arn Anderson. The only thing I like when he sits out with Cody Rhodes is that Arn Anderson comes in, because I like when he goes Glock, the way he talks, he's obviously I'm a big Arn Anderson fan since '86. Yeah, I'm just not a big Cody Rhodes fan. Not even a big Dustin Rhodes fan. I mean, Dustin Rhodes was good for a while, when he was younger, and obviously the Goldust, but nah. No, not a big fan. Especially not a big fan of Cody or his wife Brandy. I don't really care. I'm not a big fan of either one. There's a lot of people in wrestling. If you like you, I don't like you, and them I don't care for. And just get another sip. So let's see what else is going on. Not that much. That's all for today. Actually, before I say that, SmackDown started new rosters are now in effect for WWE. So Raw starts their season. The Raw season finale is Raw season premiere is this Monday. We should see what happens going on there. And also, Patriots tomorrow. Patriots got to win tomorrow. Jets and Patriots, and they should beat the Jets because the Jets are a horrible team with a rookie quarterback. And the Patriots got a rookie quarterback. They beat them last time in New York, 25-6. But the only problem is the Patriots haven't won at home. They're 0-4. If they go 0-5, I think it's done for the Patriots this year. Right now, it looks like they're on teetering. 2-4. If they beat the Jets home, maybe get another win. If they win the next two, they'll be 4-4. Right now, they're 2-4. So if they win tomorrow, they're 3-4. They're still in the mix. But if they lose tomorrow, they go 0-5 and 0-5 at home. It's done. It's done for the Patriots, and I don't see how they could come back from this. But they'd be done after this game. Well, like I said, I hope they win because we want to see a football season around here. Now, baseball's done. We saw hockey and basketball. So, but if your football team isn't that good, especially in this country, yeah, forget about it. It's like you're kind of lost on it because football talk is the most important, most talked about sport in the country is football talk in the fall, even in the off season. So if you don't have a great football team in your area or competitive, even not essentially be suitable like a competitive team. If you don't have a competitive team, you're pretty much done. You're not doing anything for sport talk. Your sport talk will probably be dead out. I can only imagine Detroit when you'll have like these bad teams there, or I know Jacksonville won, but like those teams, like they can never get a winner. I mean, it's ridiculous. Miami's 1-5 now, and one game against Miami, they beat the Patriots. If they didn't win that, they'd be 0-6. At least the Patriots would have a win at home. They'd be 3-3 right now. So that game was the one game that they let go. They let slip away because all the other team they lost to were like I said, they're good. They were good teams. They lost to. They lost to the Cowboys, were a good team. They lost to the Bucks, obviously, and they lost to the Saints. So they lost to like some good. Those 3 of the 4 teams they lost to were really good teams. But when they lost to Miami, that was looking back, that was like, what happened? No way. They never should have lost the Dolphins. Dolphins are like 1-5 now. The only problem is the Patriots and Dolphins finish the same record. Miami moves ahead, unless the end of the year when they play again. But yeah, like if Miami's up to the season sweep, they could be ahead of the Patriots. I don't know. At least if the Patriots are 3-3, like I said, we'd be in good shape, saying, okay, this is good. But now that they're 2-4, and if they lose tomorrow, yeah, I think the Patriots season's done. Well, anyway, I gotta get going now. Nice talking to you. Kind of a quick switch show today. I know it's been like few and far. I only do like 2 a week, but hope to get to 3 a week eventually. Okay, take care. Goodbye.